Yo, what's up, boys and girls? My name's Karen, and I got some replays here for you. I got my DPL week 5 match versus Def Not LL, which is a Lucario, and I got my week 4 match, which is Gen 7 against FMG, and I also have a team tour game against Beds. So I'm gonna start off with this FMG game because it happened the farthest while back. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I've just been not at it, fam. You feel so yeah. So I brought this cool Mega Scizor team with Lele and pretty sure this is Ashgran. I played this game a while ago. This is a Shuka Mag. I considered changing it to like an Iapa berry or a Wiki berry, or like one of the berries that gives you health. And as you can see, Shuka doesn't really help with anything against his team except maybe the Tangrowth. Yeah, so if I had changed it to a Wiki berry, I might have won this game, but that's all in hindsight, and it's like no big deal. I guess I just spoiled the game too. I do not win this game. He brought Zardex, and as you can see, that's a huge threat. I am offensive Lando. I'm actually ground DMZ, which is a really cool set. But he leads off with Zard, and oh no, this is Scarfgren. I remember this game now. Yeah. I should have just I really should have let off with Laddie, honestly, because as much as a threat as his Ashgren is, like, I could have just gone directly into my Gren because I don't need health on this for anything besides his Gren, and just U-turned out. So yeah. But I led with this, and Rock Slide doesn't kill, so I'm just gonna have to U-turn out, and I go to Lando here, and it does like a shitload, so I end up losing my Lando turn 2. So not cool for sure. Yeah, the 68. That was actually max roll for Jolly. So if I knew that he was so he's actually Jolly, but it was max roll for Jolly, so I was like, oh, maybe he's adamant. I considered doubling to Lele on the Dragon Claw here, but yeah, he just Flare Blitz again, and I just sack it. So I guess that doesn't really matter. But so then I just go into Laddie and pull a double into Lele because I'm already one down, and I have to really put on the pressure now. So he goes to Clef. I figured he wouldn't go to Gran or Heatran here, just because like I'm pretty weak to Heatran, so it's pretty obvious that I'm Surf. Like, in my opinion, at least, it looks pretty obvious that I'm Surf. So yeah, I just double into Lele. I fire off a Psychic because I know he's not going to go to Greninja on turn 4. Tangrowth takes 68, which tells me that yes, that is Assault Vest. So I know he's going to go to Greninja here, so I pull a double into my own Greninja so I can keep up the momentum. So I just go for U-turn. Yeah, there's nothing to say really about that. I was pretty sure for matchup that he was Ashgren, because he has a Zard, and his defogger is Laddie, and Laddie's not the greatest of defoggers, so getting up hazards with like a T-Spikes Gran isn't like the greatest of strats, or at least that's what I was thinking. Team preview. So I just go back into my Lele on his Heatran because this scares it out, because like I could have Focus Blast or something, and that's what he goes into Clef, thinking Focus Blast is coming, and no, I just hit him with the Psyshock, and here again I'm gonna double into my Gren on his Gren because I really can't let his Gren get any free switch-ins, and I really need to keep with the momentum because I'm really in the back here. So I just U-turn again. He goes to Clef here. Probably is like a sack, but like really it just lets me bring in this, and I'm just gonna go for Surf here because it kills the Clef from that range, and if he goes to Gren, I get some damage off on it, and that's what it does, and it also 2Ks the Tran. So at this point I'm thinking Laddie's probably my win con, so I should probably keep that healthy. Laddie plus if I can get a gear, I can get a shift gear up on Tang now that Clef is weakened. If I can get a Heatran to about 40, and then if I can get up a Spike or something, I can then the Charizard is also in Ice Beam range. So I I go to the Scissor here on the Dark Pulse because I have Split F Investment and I do take 2. And I really didn't think he was gonna go for Hydro there. If he did, I could have just double back into Laddie and then I could fire off another Surf and I'd get a kill. So I don't think he was gonna Hydro there. So yeah, I just go for the U-turn, keep it momentum, bring in the Laddie again, go for the Surf to 75. I think he Toxics here. Yeah. So that Toxic's gonna be huge. I just Surf again, get my kill. He goes into Grand. He pulls a really good double here actually. His double into Charizard here is really good because it puts me in a situation where if I have to Rock Slide or I'm gonna lose a Pokemon. So I was thinking that maybe he wanted to go into tank. Okay, so this is like a really tough turn for me. So if I U-turn, I'm gonna lose a Pokemon. But in hindsight, I should have just U-turned into Scizor, but because that forces him into range of Magearna Ice Beam. But in reality, all I did was I set up a Spike because this is the wrong turn. Okay, yeah. So I Hydroed there. Yeah, okay, this is the wrong turn. I Hydroed there because it covers the Tran, which he might have gone into, but no, he just goes into Tangrowth. Yeah, so this is the wrong turn. That happens later. Yeah, so I just go to Lele directly on the Greninja, or on the Tangrowth, because I didn't think he was going to knock, and it also covers the potential Heatran double, which is what he does, predicting the Scizor. So then I get to fire off another Psychic, and he just goes back into Tangrowth, and then I'm pretty sure I double into Grin again here. Oh no, I go into Scizor, right, because I live any hit from Gran, and then I can U-turn, which is right now Gran is the huge threat, right? So I can just, and Scizor was safer because of the Tang double. So yeah, I just U-turn into Latios and go for Surf again, I think. No, I go for Draco, right. Yeah, that was a play because Draco killed everything except for Tangrowth, and I think yeah. Wait, what's his Tangrowth at? Well, it's not saying. It's probably at like 60 or something, but that gets 2 KO'd anyway. So yeah, I just dropped a Draco because I was really thinking he might have gone to Latios here. Sorry, I played this game a while ago, so I don't remember every detail. Yeah, so my Laddie's pretty low. He brings in the Grand. I have to keep the Laddie, right? Like that's priority numero uno. So I just go into Lele, and I think in hindsight I should have just gone directly to Gren here. I shouldn't have let him get Ash Farm, but he switches out, and yeah, then I go to Gren, and I just let Lele took a huge amount of damage here. So this is the turn I was talking about earlier. I go for a Spike here when I really should have just U-turned into Scizor again here, or U-turned into Lele would have even been a better play now that Lele's taken damage. But yeah, I was thinking he's gonna switch out, so I just go for a Spike. And he just is gonna kill me, and now I have nothing to outspeed the Greninja, so I go into Laddie, and I have to Roost here, so that's what I do, right? Yeah, I don't know what's lagging now. Oh no, I just Draco, right? Okay, yeah, so Draco kills that, and my Laddie's at 9%, but I have to keep it because it's the only thing that can revenge the Charizard now that Greninja is dead. So I sack the Lele here, and I go into Scizor, praying for a miss, but also because it's only like a 62% chance for him to kill me. So okay, wait, I have to learn to stop scheming turns. So yeah, he gets Ash Form. Yeah, so I bring in Scizor, and I'm pretty sure it's like I think it's like an 80 or 70% chance for him to kill me, but it's also like 80% accurate, I think. So I was thinking, I can take those odds. Plus, if this Scizor is useless. It was pretty much useless from the beginning. This is why I should have sacked it to the Charizard earlier instead of tracking the Greninja. That was a really poor play by myself, because Greninja just won with U-turn and like Hydro and Rock Slide, or pretty much any move I had. At that point, going for Spikes was a really dumb play because I could have just gotten the health off of Charizard by sacking Greninja, or by sacking Scizor. So now I'm just gonna go into this, and he just stays in, goes for the Hydro Pump, and he gets it. I go to Laddie here, because well, first of all, Gear dies, and second of all, because I know I can get the Roost off if he switches out or misses. So that's what I do. I go for the Roost, and then I just kill the Heatran with Surf. So now it's like kind of a 50-50 here. If wait, I think I'm trying to remember this. No, because Magearna gets 2 KO'd by Shuriken, and because the Latios wait, give me a sec. Wait. No, I think after I sacked the Greninja, this game was over. I don't remember. I think in my head there was something I was thinking I could have done, like at a certain turn. So okay, yeah. So it was probably this turn. So I lived the Shuriken because that's what he's gonna go for, because it's 2 KOs Gear at this point after the spike. Okay, yeah, so I'm at 36, and that does what, 27. So yeah, I'm gonna die next turn if I don't Roost. So yeah, because this is gonna put me at what, 9? Yeah. So then yeah, I would have just lost. Yeah. So I just lose. So the point where if I was Iappa Berry I could have won would be here, because he shurikens, and I set up my shift gear. So then if he shurikens again, he would have shurikened here. I would have, after the first shuriken, I would have been put back up to 60. I would have lived the next 2, and then I could have just T-bolted and then Ice Beamed and won. But yeah. So that was a pretty poorly played game by me. Like, I made the doubles at early game, but sacking Greninja instead of like you turning into Scizor when it really did nothing was really just a poor series of plays by me, and I kind of regret it now. Because wait, no, I think we won this week anyway. Yeah. Yeah, this is yeah, we ended up winning this week anyway, so it's kind of all good, but at the same time, we're not really, because I choked. I don't have the replay against my week 2 game against Chop, but what happened was it was Oras, and basically he last turn flinched me with a Weavile, and I lost. But and that was the last game of the week, and they won the week because of that, so I was pretty upset. But yeah, that was that. Now this is my week 4 game against Lil Lucario, and it's DPP, because I stayed getting whacked in every tier except for Sun Moon, but then I got whacked in Sun Moon, so Insult's like, I'm gonna just throw you into DPP and see what you do. And I was like, oh, okay, it's all good. So I brought this Spec Zapdos lead. So he Psychics turn 1 with Jirachi, and I go for Heat Wave. He doesn't have any HP, so I'm pretty sure that kills, but like, I'm not a DPP Lord, so he goes to T-Tar here. I think he's like probably an offensive set, so I'm just gonna stay in on his Pursuit. That's what he goes for, so I get 15% off. Here I go for the Heat Wave, or I switch out in case he has like a Scarf Heatran in the back, and I just don't want to let a Scarf Heatran have a whatchamacallit, because I'm like Breloom, Starmie, Infernape, T-Tar. Yeah, okay, yeah, I don't remember. I just switched out because getting to 15% off isn't going to matter that much, but I might be able to keep Zapdos. So I just go to Breloom. I know he's going to just sack something to Spore here, so I just click Spore, because Spore OP. And then I was really thinking he's just going to go to a Ghost type here, protecting a Faux Sponge, so I just double it to my T-Tar. So he does have the Rotom, so I'm thinking he probably doesn't have Wisp, because looking at his team already, he's got a Bantar, judging by the Pursuit damage, a Shaman, and a Lead Rocks Jirachi. So this is probably his Scarfer, because otherwise he'd be a little bit weak to like a Breloom. So I just go for the Crunch here. I'm a Lumberry T-Tar with Split F investment. Hydro's not going to do too much to me. So he locks me into into crunch there, and he reels Lucario, and I'm like, oh rip, because this is a really big threat to my team, especially if he has Life Orb E speed. So he SDs, and I go straight to Skarmy, thinking maybe he might have just close combated there, but no, he just goes for an SD. I know I can take any E speed, and I do, so I go for the Hydro Pump, which would have done like 80, and unfortunately I miss, and I die to the sand. So that's unfortunate. And then I go to my Heatran because it's Scarf, and I miss my Fire Blast. So if I had hit my thing with Starmie, I could have just gone to Breloom and Mach Punched, but because my Breloom is it's not like heavily attack invested, it doesn't kill the Lucario. So I just end up sacking my Heatran, and then I knew his last mon was probably like a Gyarados or a Dragonite, so I didn't really want to lock myself into a Mach Punch with my Band Infernape, but like I guess at this point it would have been smarter to go Breloom here, but at this point the game is already over because whatever he has in the back is probably going to end up destroying the rest of my team, because my T-Tar doesn't have a rock move, so it can't hit a Gyarados or a Dragonite. So yeah, I have to lock myself in the Mach Punch, or else I'm gonna lose the rest of my mons. So yeah, he doesn't go for an E speed here, which really confused me kind of actually, because Scarf and Band both revenge it. But yeah, so he just goes Gyarados, which was his last mon, and he Dragon Dances, and he's actually Power Herb Bounce, so he's just gonna blow me away here. Yeah. And that was my game against Lucario. So a little bit of hacks. I could have played it smarter by just going directly to like Nape on the Lucario and keeping Starmie, because Starmie won at this point. Because I could have, because Shaman takes like 50 or 50 I think from Ice Beam. Oh wait, never mind. Maybe I tweaked. Anyway, this Starmie would have done some damage late game if I had not sacked it to Lucario. But also if I had hit my moves with Heatran and Lucario, that would have been sweet too. Because yeah, I think DD Power Herb Bounce kind of fucked me from turn 1, but yeah, I could have played around it if I knew that was his set and I still had mons left. But yeah, that was my week 4 match. This week is still going on, so we might be able to win it besides that, but I don't think we're gonna make playoffs, because we our week totals is like 1-2, and then there's only like 5 teams in the league, so it's not likely to make it. And this is my Smogon team tour game against Beds. My team's actually hype AF. I got all the boys on it. We got my team's like Setterts and like Insult, like all them boys. We got Gabriel and Viper and some other guys too. We're actually top of our pool, and we're in the group of death. We got like fucking, like I'm playing, like the people I'm playing are Bedschibaer, who like he's a great player. Like he's obviously a very experienced player, but he doesn't like main SM. So I was thinking, I'll probably roll up and do pretty well against him. I was thinking, but I'm also playing like John, who's like the greatest. He's the GOAT, and I'm playing Metagross, he also doesn't main SM, but he's obviously a really experienced tournament player too. So we kind of got the group of death when we're first right now. So I was feeling pretty good going into this game. So yeah. So I was thinking, this Heracross doesn't have Pin Missile, so hopefully he doesn't stay in with Venusaur on it, because even at +2, Rock Blast doesn't kill the Venusaur. It only does like 70 or so, which is I guess pretty lame. Well, if he has the right EVs, I'm not sure what set he is yet, but Heracross could definitely put on some work if he doesn't stay in with Venusaur. I was thinking he was probably Gracium because he used Heatran Gracium the last match, and old gen players, or not old gen players, but like most of the players I meet that are new, that are just trying to learn SM, that are good players, like they like are really liking Gracium Heatran. Maybe that's just me, but I was thinking he's probably that, because he doesn't really have a Z move user besides like because I'm thinking this is definitely Ashgren, because first mod on the team, no one builds with Protean Gren, so yeah. But that's just me. I have Smackdown, Protect, Lando, Modest, Scarf, Ashgren, which is a meme, but it's a good meme and I like it. And we got Soldu, Latios, and Rockium, Bulu. So and just Spadef, Celesteela. So he leads off of Venusaur. I lead off with Bulu because I really just didn't want him to lead off with Gren and hit my Bulu for a shitload of damage. So I just let off with it, and I knew I could just go to like Steela or Latios if you let off with like Venusaur or Heatran. So I just go into Steela here. I pull a double into Lando, which is like an double, but I really didn't want to go to Greninja here because this is it's gonna be super important for me winning this game. I go to Lando here, even like Grassy Terrain is up, so EQ doesn't OHKO this, so I'm just gonna toss up my rocks. He's gonna do the same. Unspoken Bond. He goes for Magma Storm here and gets a first miss, and I go for Smackdown like a total snob, predicting the Celesteela, even though he only takes like 60 from EQ and Magma Storm does like fucking 50 in return or something like that. So that was a really bad misplay, and I kind of got bailed out by the miss. So he doubles out to Celesteela here, and I go out to Latios, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So he gets me there. He goes for the Heavy Slam here. Not the Leech, which I guess is cool if he was predicting like a trick. Which if you look at the team, like it obviously looks like it's Scarf, Latios, and Specs Greninja, right? Which is like wink wink. It's kind of the deal. So I just go to Sella. I Heavy Slam turn 7 because I was thinking he might go into Venusaur, but no, he just stays in and gets some flamethrower damage off. I prefer the Leech to the turn 8 because I know he's probably just going to go to Heatran or he's going to stay in. So yeah, he goes to Heatran, and then he reveals not leftovers, so I'm like, yep, Gracium. So he can lure with Greninja, so he can like weaken Feeny and shit for Greninja. So he takes that, and then he doubles out into a Celesteela as I bring in the Latios again. So here I think I go Lando. Yeah, I go Lando here because I'm like fairly certain he's not going to Leech Seed the second time. So I only take 22 from that. I go for the Smack down this turn, and he hits me with a Leech Seed. So he's either going to stay in or protect. So I figure I'm just going to go into Celesteela here. And he does. So I just go to Celesteela. I kind of want this thing healthy. So he goes to Venusaur here and on my Leech. So he got me there, I guess. And then he goes into Heatran again. I was thinking he was going to double, so I just protected just in case. I also wanted to see if he was a knockoff. If he was a knockoff Venusaur, I would have just gone to Lando because this Celesteela walls most of his team, and because of his Heatran not having leftovers, I was thinking the Celesteela could be really useful for just winning the game. After I weaken the Heatran, so I just go for a protect on the Heatran to waste a Magma Storm, and also just to get some leftovers recovery back. So then I go into Laddie on the Magma Storm, and he misses again, which is I really got him with some misses this game. I say sorry here, and Viper's like, go. I thought that was him saying go, and I was like, wait, what? He's trying to play fast. So he brings in a Clef on the Laddie. I go for Psychic here, just trying to scout the damage, and it does 52. He reveals Ice Beam, so I know he's probably not Ice Beam Moonblast, so I'm just gonna roost just in case he does have Moonblast, and he gets Ice Beams again. He gets a crit here, so I'm like, I'm just gonna roost again because Psychic's still 2 KOs at like any range. So he goes for Ice Beam there, and Ice Beam, I'm pretty sure it's like 46 max, so I'm in range, and I'm cool with trading my Laddie for his Clef. So I'm just gonna go for a Psychic here, and he crits me here, which is kind of kind of like for me and for him, because now he doesn't get the damage off on my Bulu, and but he gets to keep a sack, but at the same, like, because if I had killed that there, he would have just brought in Gren and I would have just gotten Bulu, because I can't let that thing get Ash Form yet. It'd be causing too much trouble to my team. So that's kind of good for him, or kind of good for me, but like at the same time it's whatever, because we were kind of just trading that. So now I get to bring in my Gren, and I could just go for a Dark Pulse here to see how much it does to Venusaur. So it does 32. So that tells me after I get up a spike or a spike or two, and I weaken it, I can just win with the Greninja. So I bring in my Heracross straight up, because he's only go for Synthesis here. That's his only play. I'm pretty sure I just Rock Blast here just to catch something. Yeah, it would have done a good amount to Venusaur if he decided to stay in, and then I could just SD the next turn, given he didn't poison me with like a Sledge Bomb or something. He goes into Celesteela here, and I'm like, yes, because Celesteela and Heatran are really the only thing stopping from my Celesteela from winning. So I was super hyped by this play, because I'm like, yes, now his Celesteela is so low. Now I can go for a CC and catch something and really kill something. So he goes into Clef and on the sack, but his Celesteela is now at like 40, so it's huge for me. It's also now in range of Dark Pulse from Gren once I get the Ash Form. So he goes into Heatran on my Heracross. I sack Lando here because I really just don't need Lando anymore. So yeah, that does 53. I bring in Gren here. And I go for Spike here. So this is probably a play that would have won me the game, like, or that could have won me the game a lot easier. Or like, I'm not trying to spoil how the game ends, but like, I go for Spike here, turn 28, and I know there's okay, wait, let's just get it. So I go for Spike. There's a Spike up. I know there ain't, because I know he's not knockoff now, and HP Fire is doing like 30. So but also I know that since I'm like choiced, I'm thinking, man, I fucked up, because now he can just go back to Heatran and get it killed really. And I kind of needed all my mons at this point to win, so I was like, oh, I fucked up. So I'm just gonna go for another Spike and then sack my Heracross, because I'm like, yeah, for sure he's doubling here. So but he actually brings in Laddie, and I was super confused by this. I was like, wait, why didn't he just go Heatran and get a kill? But at any rate, I just got another Spike up, and I bring in my Bulu here because I didn't think he'd go for the Psychic move there, but he reveals HP Fire. So so now this Bulu is dead to to Greninja. So I'm just like, I'm gonna bring in my Greninja here and put on some more pressure. Plus Grassy Turn is up, so I'll be getting some recovery. So with the Greninja, I just go for a Dark Pulse because it does 2-hit KO the Venusaur at this range after the spikes and rocks. So I do get my Ash Form, and then because of the speed boost with Battle Bond, Greninja now hits 363 plus the Scarf, so it does outspeed Scarf Laddie. So he brings out Scarf Laddie, and I hit him with a Dark Pulse. So I guess that got him there, right? So he brings out his own Greninja. Dark Pulse for me it's like a 30% chance to 2-hit KO at this range, I think, because it does like 38 to 44. Yeah, no, it's like a really low, it's like 30% chance to 2-hit KO, and Hydro Pump does like a shitload to me, and then I won't be able to come in on rocks again. So his Celesteela could have done some Protect Magic, and I just didn't want to get put into that situation. So I just sack my Bulu here, thinking it'll be all good. So I bring in my Celesteela. Oh fuck, I gotta stop skipping turns. Okay, yeah. So I sack my Bulu, right? He gets Ashgren because he hydros. And then he's back up to 78. So I know that once I force him out and he comes in on the rocks and spikes again, he's gonna die to a hydro from me, because he's gonna be at 66 minus 18. That's like what? That's 48, and hydro does like I think it's 40. I think it's 48 minute. I'm not sure. I think it's 48 minimum. It was like 48 to 50 to 56, I'm pretty sure. So I bring a Celesteela because this only does like I think it's like 50 or 60 or so. So I can just leech seed up and do stuff with that. So I'm just gonna go for a leech seed here. I was thinking he's probably gonna bring in Heatran again, but like it's whatever. I can just go back to Greninja on the Celesteela, and if he leech seeds, it's all good because he has more HP. So I'm just gonna be at the same amount of HP. So I just go for a Dark Pulse here. It doesn't kill the Celesteela, which is kind of lame for him because if he got off a Heavy Slam on me, this Greninja could have potentially been in range of Water Shuriken, which could have won the game for him. It would have definitely made it more interesting, but I got a flinch, which is kind of annoying. Well, it's not annoying for him, but it's just like super bad for him. So I end up with my Greninja at 87, which is not in range of Dark Pulse after rocks, so he has to go for a Hydro Pump to win the game. So I switch out because he's not in range of my Dark Pulse, so I'm just gonna sack Heracross. I bring in my own Ash Greninja, and if I hit a Hydro on this, then I can just sack Celesteela and Dark Pulse the Heatran to win. So I go for Hydro, I miss, which is unfortunate. So now I'm thinking that's over. I'm probably gonna lose. So he hits his Hydro, and I lucked him pretty hard with the flinch, which could have mattered. I'm not sure how much Heavy Slam done. I assume it would have done like 20 or 30 or something. But also with the Magma Storm misses on the Lando and stuff. Yeah, and the misses on the Latios. So I go to Celesteela here, and his Hydro Pump does 55. So I just go for a Leech Seed. I protect because there's no reason for him to go out to Heatran. So yeah, I go for a Heavy Slam here. I'm at 12%. I have the +1 Spadef. If he has like, he's probably, as I said, Gracium. So Gracium doesn't kill me at 18, so that's why I protect here, because there's like a reason to go for it. And then he misses the last Magma Storm, and I hit the Leech Seed, so I can just do it and then protect, and then we end up winning with Celesteela. It was a fun game. I really enjoyed playing this game. Actually, I really like this team. I just wanted to win with Modest Scarf Grand. You know, that was the whole point, just to show insult. It's not a meme, mainly. But yeah, I think the Magma Storm miss on Laddie mattered the most because actually I don't know, because he could have gone Greninja or something. I don't know. The Magma Storm on Lando was kind of because it ended up being a sack anyway. It was kind of just there to get up rocks and to like threaten the Celesteela out once. So I don't know. I think if the miss on, like, you can say like the Magma Storm miss, the last one is super bad because it lost them the game. But like I missed Hydro, right? So if I had hit Hydro, I could have just sacked Celesteela and Dark Pulsed. So I guess, yeah. So those are all my tournament games from like the last couple of weeks or so. So yeah. That's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm kind of done. Yeah, so this is kind of being a long video, but yeah, this is probably gonna be going up on Thursday. Yeah, peace out, have a great day.